folks. You're riding with Willie today. More stories from the crypt. I'm on Old 63 south of Rennick, almost right up here to the intersection, which we hit the newer Highway 63, heading south to Columbia. Have the ear thing in just in case, you know, just in case someone wants to call me. Don't want to be doing any of that fumbling around with a phone shit. Instead, you should be staring at the camera instead of looking at the road. Well, we're going to increase speed to work factor 7, or in layman's terms, 70 miles per hour. Hit the old cruise control. I was doing a little thinking earlier about things. I mowed the grass at Mom's house. I started to take a bath. Decided, you know, since I was like sweating like a pig, since it's 90 degrees out here on the first day of summer of 2013. June 21st, just in case, you know, you're keeping score at home. And my mother looked at me, she said, well, didn't you take a bath last night? Well, it is true that I did take a bath, not really last night, it was more early evening, still daylight, so, you know, the day's long, you know, here in June. Today's supposed to be like the longest day of the year, it being the summer solstice and all. I just kind of looked at my mom and said, you know, I am sweating like a sow in heat. Don't you think it'd be a good idea if I did indeed take a bath? Let me clarify for you folks, I am indeed talking about taking an actual bath, filling up a tub, getting in it, scrubbing myself, that type of thing. Now I know some people have a problem with taking baths, they prefer showers. One comedian, for example, he said that he can't take a bath because he can't imagine washing his asshole and his face in the same water. Well, I guess that asshole can take showers then. In any case, I sometimes enjoy taking an actual bath. Sitting down, relaxing in a nice bath, a hot tub. But my mom saying, didn't I take one yesterday or last night or however it came out around that, it reminds me of a story about someone I know. I guess I won't say who it is, although he'll know. But he was living with his girlfriend. They had a child together. Some things were going wrong, financially speaking and whatever. They decided to move in with her mother. So this man and the girlfriend and the child moved in with the mother of the girlfriend. And this particular man was not working at the time. He had some health problems. And in order to save money, the mother told this man, you don't need to take a bath every day or shower every day. You don't need to clean yourself up every day. Just take a washcloth, wash your face, whatever, but you don't need to take a shower. That's just a waste of water. Now I'm trying to think, although people complain about bills, you know, and rightly so in some cases, but come on folks, if the man took a quick shower once a day because he felt like he ought to have one, what could that possibly cost? I mean, seriously, water is cheap. Even though it's more expensive than it was once, it's still freaking cheap. What could it possibly cost? $5 or $10 for a guy to take a bath every day or shower? Yeah, probably a shower is less than a bath when I take a bath. You know, that's a lot of damn water. Of course, you know, it's all dependent. Now, my sons, they used to take showers that were so damn long, I'm sure that they could have filled up 3 baths. So there's maybe, you know, you could say there's a limit on a shower. You know, try to keep your shower short if you're trying to save money. But for goodness sake, I mean, tell a guy he can't take a bath. And she said, well, you don't really need a bath unless you're really out working and sweating and stuff. So here was my thought. Here's a little thought on that subject. Did it ever occur to her, this mother, that maybe, just maybe, that this particular man and her daughter might be working up a sweat at night? Did it ever occur to her that maybe her daughter would prefer that this man did indeed shower every day as opposed to being stinky? I mean, there are other ways to work up a sweat than mowing grass like I did today. Of course, I mean, I have no, way of knowing what the love life was like between those two. I imagine living with the mother, it must have been, different than when they had their own house. But, I mean, come on, doesn't it make sense that at least some of the time that they were working up a sweat at night, and then maybe taking a shower every day isn't such a bad idea? I mean, if you're gonna cut corners, cut down on something, you could, maybe, I don't know, cut down on eating the damn chocolates or something like that. Cut down on buying the vodka, cut down on something, but cutting down on the water to take a shower seems like that's a bit much, isn't it? Now, I'm telling you, I gotta be honest with you folks. When it comes to stupidity, I don't think there are any limits. I know most people don't think, or at least they don't think much. They think about things that get them through the day, I suppose. But most of that isn't even thinking. It's kind of routines. You don't have to do a lot of thinking to shave, for example. I mean, if you've done it 1,000 times or so, you don't have to think at most jobs. I mean, you know what you're doing, so you're not really thinking. Now, some people have jobs where they're required to think, but a lot of jobs, no, you don't have to do a lot of thinking. You already figured out how to do it, or were shown how to do it. You just go in and do it every day. That's the way it works. Thinking is something I do a lot of. I'm sure there have been, are, people with higher brain capacities than myself. Well, 2 or 3 anyway. But I spend a lot of time thinking. Now, I may think too much about some things. That's okay too, because that's what I fucking want to do, alright? If you don't like it, well then go sit on your ass and watch your sitcom. or your Kardashians, or your soap operas, or whatever other kind of freaking entertainment that you enjoy while you're doing no thinking at all. I watch shows, news programs, business programs, educational programs, some silly nonsense, of course. Everyone needs a break from reality occasionally. But one of my major concerns is that a lot of people, might even be most people, don't spend much time thinking, learning, and don't spend much time in reality at all. People are always telling me little cliches like, well, everybody has a right to their opinion. You should respect everybody else's beliefs. Everyone has a right to believe what they want to believe. Really? Now, I know some of you that may actually see this historical archive someday of Willie will know that that is all absolute fucking bullshit. Alright? It's bullshit. Plain and simple bullshit. People do not have the right to their opinion. Unless their opinion is an educated opinion, unless they have an opinion based upon something other than just bullshit, and people do not have a right to believe whatever the hell they want to believe, any more than they have the right to do whatever they want to do. There are limits, and there should be. I mean, I'm right here on a highway, and there's a limit. There's a speed limit. It tells me I can't go over 70 miles per hour on this highway. Now, of course, people do. People drive over the speed limit. Personally, I don't. I mean, occasionally if I might slip it a mile or two over, but generally speaking, I obey the speed limits. Now, I didn't do that when I was young. I mean, hell, I drove like a bat out of hell. Drove like a maniac. I had cars to do it too, but I'll tell you that. That 1971 Mustang Mach 1, that Mach 1 baby, woo-hoo-hoo, that thing would get up, go, you know what I'm saying? That's a different story. Let's get back to thinking about thinking. Now, do people really have the right to do whatever the hell they want to? No. Because when I get in traffic and people cut me off, or they almost hit me, or they're fumbling with their video camera, or their phone, or their lipstick, or their McDonald's French fries, and somehow they're not paying attention, and they almost run into me, do something stupid, I think that in a world where I could do whatever I want to do, I think I'd catch up with those folks at some point. Either follow them home, follow them to wherever the hell they're going, down to the Sam's Club. And when they get out of the vehicle and go in, I think I should be able to just take a baseball bat and just bash their fucking windows out. What do you think about that? That's what I feel like doing. Don't I have a right to my opinion? Don't I have a right to do whatever I want? Don't I have a right to believe what I want to? Well, of course not. That's crazy talk.